Google Kubernetes Engine, or GKE in short, is a scalable and fully automated Kubernetes service for running containerized applications and stateful or stateless workloads. However, what happens if your deployment fails, data gets corrupted, or you want to restore a snapshot of a cluster to a cluster in another region? That is why Google has announced Backup for GKE. Backup for GKE is a solution for config and volume backups. Backup for GKE is a Kubernetes native backup solution for your GKE cluster. It's very straightforward to use, it's very scalable and highly reliable. With this, you can be confident that your backups will be successful. There are various use cases which you can use for backup for GKE. It can be used for disaster recovery. For example, if you have a regional outage, you can use it. You can use it for data protection. For example, if your application data is corrupted, you can use backup GKE to store your data. It is also very handy if you have any compliance requirement, such as in your industry or from the government. Backup could also be used for cloning workloads. If you want to clone your register for your CI/CD pipelines, for example, you want to have a UAT or testing environment cloned from your production, you can use backup for GKE exactly for this purpose. Now, as I mentioned earlier, backup for GKE is very easy to use, as you can see on your diagram. So what happens is, in very simple words, is that you create a backup plan to schedule periodic backups of both application data and GKE cluster state data. And then you can restore a workload from one cluster to another. Now, as you can see on your screen, backup for GKE is composed of a control plane, which consists of a Google Cloud API and an agent that runs in every cluster targeted for backups and restore. With the help of this backup, you can save your config backups, which basically means that it captures a cluster state, or in other words, Kubernetes resource description. And then you can also do volume backups that correspond to your persistent volume claim, or PVC. All the GKE backups are encrypted at rest by default using a Google supplied key. You can also use your own key, by the way. There are few things which are still not done by backup for GKE, which include node configuration, node pool or enabled features. It also doesn't store your actual container image, and it also doesn't store any config info or state of service external to the cluster, such as cloud load balancing or Cloud SQL. I will be also posting a link to a quick tutorial by Google where you can play around with this new service. I hope that you found it useful. If you have any feedback, please put it in the comment section. Thank you very much.